you're like, but I've heard the tender whispers of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. Come on, just lift it up. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. Come on, church. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. Come on and sing. I've seen many searching for answers, far and wide, but we're all searching for answers. Only you provide, 'cause you know just what we need before. Come on, say a word. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. Yes, Lord. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I. Come on, sing it again. Good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. Lift him up. You are perfect in all of your ways. Yes, Lord. You are perfect in all of your ways. True ones. Come on and sing aloud. Lord, you're perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. Yes, Lord. You are perfect in all of your ways. True love. Come on, church. Love so undeniable, I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable, I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deep, come on and sing. As you call me. Yes, Lord. Deeper still into love. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I. Come on, sing it again. Good, good Father. It's who you. Yes, Lord. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. One last time. Good, good Father. It's who you are. Lift your voices. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. Yes, Lord. Come on and lift him up and praise.
Hey there, CityBridge Church Online. Wherever you may be and however you may be watching, we're glad you chose to worship with us. Whether it's your first time or your 50th time, it's great to have you joining us. Let's get into a few announcements so you can know how we do things here at CityBridge. If you haven't been to our website yet, head over to wearecitybridge.com, where there's lots of things you'll want to be a part of. WeAreCityBridge.com is where we have our response cards, giving, growth track, baptism signups, and everything you could ever want to know about CityBridge. After the service, we'd love for you to fill out a response card. This is a way for you to let us know what God did in your life today. Whether He's calling you to follow Him for the first time, changing your heart, encouraging you to be baptized, or telling you to join CityBridge as a member, we want to know about it so that we can come alongside you as you respond to God. So make sure you fill out that response card to start your journey here at CityBridge. One way that we worship is through our financial giving. We believe that God is the ultimate giver who blesses us with everything we have. So we use our tithe, the first 10% of our income, as a way to give back to God and honor Him for providing for us. You can give safely, securely, and conveniently right here on the CityBridge website. Have you started a new relationship with Jesus and want to make it public? Well, then let's get you baptized. Sign up for a time to get baptized in water and take that next step of following Christ by going public with your faith and following in Jesus' footsteps. And for those of you who are already in a relationship with Jesus and are ready to start learning more about church, following Jesus, and serving God, we've got this cool thing called Growth Track. This is a 3-week course that's hosted live on Zoom by Pastor Bobby. Each week covers a different topic. Church 101 teaches you about who we are at CityBridge and gives you an opportunity to officially join CityBridge in membership. Essentials 201 is all about the building blocks of what we believe and how we can better become followers of Christ. And Discovery 301 helps you learn more about your gifts and how you can use those gifts to serve the Lord and make a difference in the world. So get signed up for Growth Track today. We want you to be able to stay up to date on what's going on here at CityBridge. So if you want to stay in the loop, just text "the loop" with no spaces to 97000 and you'll stay informed on a weekly basis. Again, just text "the loop" with no spaces to 97000. There's lots of information about our church that you'll find helpful on WeAreCityBridge.com. So feel free to take some time to look around and explore to learn more about who we are. But as far as announcements go, that's pretty much it. Again, we're so glad you joined us today. Now on to the rest of the service.
So hello, and welcome to CityBridge Church Online. If you're new, my name is Bobby Lepinay. I serve as the pastor here. And today we have a special treat for you. Comedian Micheal Jr., who is a frequent guest on a lot of the late night shows, but he is a believer, and he's going to be doing a message called The Father's Voice. And so in this message, you are going to laugh, but you're also going to learn, and especially learn how to put the why before the what. Let me say that again, how to put the why before the what. So he did this at Life Church, who sent us out 7 years ago to start CityBridge, sent Robin and I out. And again, folks, you're going to enjoy it. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And so let me pray and we'll jump right in. Father in heaven, I thank you, Lord God, for each person watching this. And Lord, I pray, Father, that your Spirit would, Lord, in the midst of laughing, but Father, that your Spirit would deposit into our spirit, Father, revelation truth. Lord, let there be truth deposited, Father, that changes perspectives. And Lord, again, we just give you thanks and praise in Jesus' name. Amen. We'll see you after.
All right, that was fun. Thanks a lot, Pastor Craig, or as I call him, Ugg. So it is really, really cool to be here. I'm excited. Pastor Craig's a good dude. I remember, I don't know if he can recall this or not, but I actually remember, first of all, every time I call him, he at the gym for some reason. I'm like, calm down, dude. Anyway, so I remember the first, because he wanted me to, he approached me. We actually did a selfie together the first time we met. I think we have the selfie, the picture of it. Yeah, there it is. So I think I got that picture of us together. So yeah, memories. So cool, man. So I'm glad everyone is here. I'm glad you guys are out at all the other locations. I'm so pumped to be a part of this. You've decided to actually come and get fed this morning, and hopefully we'll laugh as well. We're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be fun and stuff. This is a saying I love to say is, if you buy a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, then you gotta buy him some bait, some tackle, fishing pole. You gotta drive him back and forth to the lake. Get him a license. Sometimes you just get that dude a fish sandwich. It's okay. But if you show him his reason for fishing, he'll probably figure it out himself. See what just happened? It got deep and laughing. That's a snapshot of what could go on today. So let me tell you about me. I got 5 kids. And I travel a lot, so I can see them all. So I'm just playing. I don't see them. I do have 5 kids, and when you have a big family, you have to figure out ways to save money. Pastor Craig knows this. So what we did, we wanted our family pictures taken, and that stuff was really, really expensive. So what we did to save money is we all got in the front seat of the car, looked both ways, and ran a red light. That's what we did. 2 weeks later, the picture came in the mail, but my son blinked, so we had to do it again. That stuff was crazy. My youngest is now 5 years old, and she, every Tuesday, we go out and we get hot chocolate together. But there's one Tuesday in particular that I had a meeting afterwards, and I didn't want to rush it, so I went to her. This was when she was 3 years old. I said, listen, can we go today, which was Monday, instead of Tuesday, because I don't want to rush our time together and all. And she said, so do you want to get hot chocolate today? She said, yes, get hot chocolate. So I took her to get hot chocolate, and on the way there, I gave her life lessons. We actually stopped to feed the ducks, and I was like, ducks are like bad friends. As soon as you're out of bread, watch what's going to happen. And anyway, so we get the hot chocolate. Next day rolls around, she wakes up. She's like, Dad, what's today? I was like, it's Tuesday. She's like, we get hot chocolate? I was like, no, remember we said we already got hot chocolate. And she looked at me for real, and she said, I changed my mind. So we got hot chocolate again, man. My daughter, she had a hamster at one point. I say had a hamster because we were in the backyard playing, and a hawk or something, swish. She's like, Dad, where did Mr. Jacobs go? I was like, he went hang gliding. We're gonna pick him up later at the pet store. He might look different when we pick him up, though. My kids just want an animal, any animal, because we don't have a dog. I had a dog when I was a kid, but we didn't like. Some people love a dog, and then we just had a dog. Like, we don't even know where he came from. It was just a dog, man. So they want a dog. This was our whole relationship with our dog when I was a kid. This was our whole relationship. We had a dog, took him to the vet, got the bill, left him there. We never saw that dog again, man. I don't care about no dog, man. Cats, though, they're awesome. So I think it's okay if you love your dog, as long as you know your dog don't love you back. It's just a dog, people. I know, so she got hurt. She's like, oh, my dog loves me. I had a lady stand in an autograph line for like 45 minutes because she wanted to prove to me her dog loved her. She started reaching in her purse. I was like, you got a love note? What are you going to show me? And she pulls out an article where it talks about how the dog saved her life. Apparently her house caught on fire. And the dog, she said, would not leave her side. It kept barking and barking and barking until finally she woke up and it got out the house safely. I was like, man, that is amazing. I'm just saying, I think the story would have been a little different if the dog knew how to turn a doorknob. Never put that doggy door in, did you? Yeah. Procrastination saved your life. So what I'm talking about today, a lot of times I get a lot of comedians from different places and they'll ask me about doing comedy and what they need to do to pursue a career in comedy. Or people will, no matter what the profession is, I'm sure Pastor Craig gets people who walks up to him on a regular basis and say, hey, what can I do to become a pastor? People are always asking, what can I do? The key isn't what you do, the key is why. People always want to know their what, but the truth is all you have to know is your why. When you know your why, you have more options as to what you do. An example is this. I am actually called to my why is to comedically inspire people to walk in purpose. My what looks like stand-up comedy. It looks like movies. It looks like being on late night TV, having my own TV show. I have a lot of options for what, but my why never changes. And when you understand clearly, when you understand your why, your what has more impact. I have an example. One of my what's that I'm currently doing is I have a web series out called Micheal Jr. Break Time. It's on YouTube. We throw them out on Wednesdays. And basically what Break Time is, it's one of my live stand-up comedy performances. Whenever I'm doing a concert anywhere in the country, in the middle of my show, I will stop doing what I'm doing and just talk to audience members. And comedy just kind of happens. Well, we're in Winston-Salem. I'm about to show you a clip. We're in Winston-Salem, and this guy, I talked to him, and he said he's a teacher. And it's break time, we're sitting down. He said he was a teacher, and he teaches music. And I was like, well, can you sing? And check out what happens. So you're a musical director. Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me get a couple bars of like Amazing Grace. Can you do the first part of that? Go ahead.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Wow. That bro could sing, you know what I'm saying? All right. Now, what you give me the version is if your uncle just got out of jail, you got shot in the back when you was a kid. I'm just saying, let me see the hood version real quick, if you know which version I'm talking about. Just see if that exists. Let me see what you got.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now, right now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
So the first time I asked him to sing, he knew what he was doing. The second time I asked him to sing, he knew why he was doing it. When you understand your why, your what has more impact because you are walking in or towards your purpose. The key is to understand the why. So now I'm doing new sports these days because, after a certain age, you gotta, for instance, growing up in the hood, the only sport we played was water polo and stuff. So, so now I'm doing new sports. Some friends took me ball hunting. You ever go ball hunting? Some people call it golf or whatever. First of all, it took all day. And then my friends lied to get me to go. They was like, yo, the greens are awesome. I was like, cool. I showed up with some cornbread. I was like, all right, man. Some of y'all don't get that joke. You need to turn to the black person in your section. Just like, hey, what does he do with the cornbread? I don't understand. So I'm doing new sports now. I actually went to a baseball game recently. I had some friends who played Major League Baseball, and I had never been to a baseball game before, ever. I just hadn't been. And first of all, there was some things I didn't understand. Like when I when I get there, I notice everyone in the stands, it seems like they might be a little tipsy. I'm not sure though. I'm not positive, but it seems like it. We get to the 7th inning and everyone starts singing a song. What's the song? Take me out to the ball game. We are at the ball game. You don't know where you are? You're drunk for sure. Kids sports is a lot of fun. Coaches are hysterical. Coaches all over the place, the good coaches always say something like this. You've heard this before. They'll look at you, they'll look at the whole team, and they say, listen, the stuff I'm teaching you here is not just about this game. You can apply it to life. It's not true at all. Check it out. Straight out of high school, I got a job parking cars. One of the cars was really nice. I took it for a little spin. The company found out, and my boss lost the account. He was yelling at me, screaming. I didn't know what to say or do. I thought back to my high school football coach. I looked at my boss, I was like, you know what, man? You win some, you lose some, man. You can't let this one loss get you down. The important thing is, I went out there and I had fun. Yeah, then I got fired. Then I got fired right after that, so that worked out just fine. I think what's so cool about Life Church is how you guys are just, I think it's just way different from any church that I had grown up around. Like I remember going to churches and they wouldn't, like you ever go to a church where they won't let you in while people are praying? Like you try to walk in and they're like, you can't go in right now, they praying. I'm like, is God gonna lose focus? I don't understand why I can't. This makes no sense whatsoever. And I'm actually on the prayer team at my church, which I'm excited about. And a couple weeks ago, this dude came down for prayer and I was like, yo, what you want to pray about? I didn't say, yo, that's unprofessional. I was like, what's on your mind? What would you like to pray about? And he said a phrase I'd never heard before. He said, unspoken. Have you heard that before? Unspoken? I didn't know what to do. I'd never heard it before. So I was like, all right, God, please forgive this man for this unspeakable thing he's done, Lord. I hope it's not contagious, Lord. I love seeing comedy, funny stuff like that. And when I don't see it, I just make it up, like this next thing. I met a family from Africa who came to America to adopt a white kid. Her name was Emily, and they changed it to Ubuntu. And they don't know how to do her hair. It's crazy. Some people are extremely politically correct. I'm not that good at it, but I notice it when it happens. I'm at a coffee shop, and there's a white guy in front of me, and he orders a coffee, and the lady is like, how do you want it? And then he looked back at me and was like, African American. I was like, cool, let me get the Caucasian mocha. I'm cool with that, that'd be great. I'll get the Caucasian mocha. I'm also an early person. I love getting up early. At least 11:30 or so, I gotta be up. Can't be sleeping around, missing the whole day, man. So I know some people get up earlier than that, and they always got those sayings too. It's the early bird that gets the worm. You know what? I don't even like worms. Yeah, I'm gonna get up later and have some sausage. Let's think about that phrase for a second. It's the early bird that gets the worm. You know what? The worm got up early too. Look what happened to him. Or you hear sayings like, I hear this a lot. Boy, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall. Every time someone says that, I look at them and I'm like, and then what? No. You want to be a fly on the wall so you can hear the information that was in the room. Well, guess what? I did the research. Flies don't have ears. Yeah, you need to be a fly on the wall that could read lips. And then when you get the information, what are you going to do with it? Nobody listens to a fly. Yeah, a bird, maybe. A fly, no. You're making bad choices. Some people predict the end times. Why would you ever predict the end times? Because if you're right, you can't be like, see, I told you. Like it's over. I'm on social media. There's a book out that's really cool. Like one of my favorite messages that has ever come out of Life Church is the struggles message. That is like a really good, hold on one second. Okay, yeah, that's a really good message. Like it's one of my favorite. I'm on social media, but not too much because I got 5 kids. My kids come way before anything socially outside of the crib. But I am on social media, and I do notice that some people have a really hard time communicating when they're on social media too much. This guy walks up to me after an event, and he said, "Excuse me, Micheal Jr., can you like me?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. Do anybody else like you?" He was like, "Well, not as many people as I want." I was like, "It might be your approach." He was like, "Well, can you like me when you get home?" I was like, if I don't like you now, why would I like you when I get home? Are you gonna follow me or something? He's like, "I will if you like me." I was like, "That's why I don't like you. That's why I don't like you." And I'm gonna do a public service announcement, just because I feel like I should every once in a while. This is mainly for all my white friends. And when I say white friends, I'm talking about you guys. And I do jokes about different nationalities. I want to be clear, I'm not racist. Some of my best friends are black. Just want to throw that out there. Just a public service announcement. There's something that my white friends do that I want to release you from having to do it anymore. Sometimes you do it because you don't know what else to do. It's weird that you don't know what to do. Or sometimes you do it and you don't even know you're doing it. So I want to let you know that it exists, and then I want to free you from ever having to do it again. Okay, here it is. This is for my white friends. The next time you meet a black person for the first time, you don't have to let that black person know that you know another black person. It's okay, really. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You try to slip it in like we're not going to notice. We always notice. This is great weather we're having. My friend Shaquita would love this weather. Yes, she would love it. I'm excited about the fact that I'm going to share this with you guys. I'm excited I can stand here and tell you guys it's been over 2 years since I've had a cigarette. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's been a little longer. I've never had a cigarette before. So I just want to throw that out there. Interesting how everybody can clap for 2 years, but nothing for a lifetime. Awesome. Great. Thanks, Christians. In my comedy, that's what I do. I always sit back and pay attention to people, mainly because when I was a kid, I had such a hard time reading. I would struggle with my reading. And my friend bought me this book called Reading for Doomies. I'm like, what you want with that? What's that gonna do? I'm married. There's a few things that I don't understand about women. I'm gonna mention one in particular, heels. I think wearing heels is kind of like doing drugs. Hear me out, ladies. First of all, you do it to get hot. You feel great while you're up there. When you come down, it hurts, you regret it. But then you do it all over again, don't you? I really think you have a problem. I really do. You ever go shopping at a second chance store? Not a second-hand store, a second chance store. A second chance store is like Ross or TJ Maxx. Let me explain why I call it second chance store. The items there used to be at the mall, but nobody wanted them. Now they're at Ross and they get a second chance. You can find a few good things at Ross, but you gotta be careful because there's always something a little wrong, like just a little, like something's not quite. Like I bought a Nike shirt there, the back of it said, just try it. It was a size extra medium, actually. Just having kids is really, really phenomenal. I didn't share with you guys, I just told you I have 5 kids, but I have 5 kids because I used to be like a single dad of 3. Yeah, let me explain to you. how I got my kids. Well, you know how I got them. I don't got to explain that part. But I used to be a single dad of 3, and what happened was the kid's mom, God just told me to go get my kids. He was like, you need to go get your kids. And I lived in California. They were in Michigan. And he said, go. And I just went and got them. And it got a little hostile at first. Everything is great now. But I was like, oh yeah, why don't the kids come live with me? And then she said, okay. And I was like, well okay. And being a single dad, any single parents out there, wow. That stuff is a lot of work. I got much love for single parents, like a whole bunch of love. Like my son, 4 years old, we're sitting in the doctor's office and this lady across from her, she starts nursing her baby. And my son is looking at her, then he look at me. He's looking at her and he's looking at me, and I know this is not gonna be cool because he don't know how to whisper. And he looks at me and he's like, he said, Dad, what is the lady doing to the baby? I'm like, why are you so loud right now, bro? I tried to explain to him, it's natural. See, what you saw is completely natural. See, women have these breasts. And he said, what's a breast? You lower your voice a little bit, dude. I said, it's like a container it's like a container that holds milk. And for real, he was like, you mean a jug? I was like, no. That is not what I mean. That is not what I mean. But I wrote it down, though. I was like, I'm gonna write that down. Because that is hysterical. And in math, my daughter would come home with math homework, and she's like, and I didn't know how to do, like we had multiplication and subtraction and all those really complex things. She came home, she's like, Dad, I got calculus. Calculus, it sounds like a disease. I was like, no, you don't, we're gonna pray. You must have got this from your mother's side of the family. I love being a dad. So I put some comedy in between some truths because this is what I want you to understand. A moment ago, we talked about how most people are trying to figure out their what, when the truth is what you need to do is figure out your why. But the only way you can know your what is by knowing your why, but you don't get any of that unless you know who. The who is the key to all of this. So not too long ago, me and my wife, we were looking at some video footage of our youngest daughter, she's 5 now, being born. And I had never seen this footage from this perspective before, like ever. I took the video myself, but I hadn't looked at it and absorbed it in this way. So what I'm about to show you, it's a clip. She's probably 2 minutes old at this point. She's crying, she's on the table, the nurse is about to take care of her, and I want you to pay attention to what happens when she hears my voice. Okay, Portland, look, I'm right here. It's okay, it's okay. I'm right here, I'm right here. We're doing just fine. It's okay. It's okay, I'm right here. Right here, yeah, it's okay. So, when I saw that, I was overwhelmed with how awesome that is. So it's a few minutes later. The nurses cleaned her up a little bit, and she stopped crying. But then, about 3 minutes or so into that, she starts crying more. And then I speak up, and she stops crying again. What I want you to notice, how she responds when I tell her I love her. Portland, it's okay. It's okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. I'm right here. I'm right here. I am right here. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here. It's okay. It's okay. So there's going to be times when you're trying to figure out what your what is and what your why is. There's going to be times where things are not comfortable, even to the point of tears. The key thing to do in those moments is to just be still and listen for the Father's voice, because he is talking to you. And what he wants you to know is that he loves you. All you have to do is open your eyes. I'm Micheal Jr. I love you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that and that it really made you laugh, but also that God really touched you in some way through the message. Next week, I'm super excited. We've got our big outreach series called God on the Billboards that we'll be starting. It's going to go 5 Sundays, and we're going to be taking classic rock songs and tying them to classic Bible stories. Now, some people might, get their panties in a wad, whatever you want to call it, about doing this. But folks, I just want to say, listen, at heart, I'm an evangelist. And I believe that we should be doing everything we can, short of sin, to reach people who are far from God. And so I'm going to ask you this week, I'll be posting on social media, trying to get people ready for it. But if you could share the posts that we make next Sunday when it's downloaded, share that. It's on demand, but share that and put a little note, to your friends to watch this, that it's really going to make a difference for them. And so also I'd like to ask you if you could go to the website if you're interested in supporting this. We're going to be doing Facebook ads across the nation, and that costs money. So if you would like to help support this, and if the Bible says that when we do that, when we partner with ministries that are reaching the lost, it's accrued to our account when we get to heaven. And so if you want to go on our website, we are CityBridge.com, and go to the giving tab. We appreciate it. Everything you can give, anything and everything, whatever you can give is a blessing. Also, you're going to find there our response card. If you have a prayer request, my wife and I love to pray for people. And so we believe in a God who answers prayer. So if you have a prayer request, go to our website, wearecitybridge.com, fill out the response card, and we promise you we are going to be interceding and praying for you. So until next Sunday with God on the Billboards, God bless you. May you have an awesome, awesome week.